Okay, are you working? Test, test, test. All right. Well, I can always raise that up in post. Hello, welcome. Happy New Year. Life has been kind of crazy. I haven't really uploaded in a while, and that's mainly because a lot's been going on. Just yesterday, my tire blew out in Eva, and for those of you who are in Hawaii and live in town, you'll know how far of a drive that was for me and how scary it was to go all the way back to town on a spare, considering that of the years that I've driven, I've never had to change a tire before, so it was quite the learning experience at the end of the year. But we'll start off on a positive note. I am going to Anime Los Angeles. That's happening January 4th. Well, that's when I'm landing. I'm going there on the 4th, but it's the weekend. When is that? I think is it the 5th to the 8th? I planned this like 6 months ago. I'm going to be up there from the 4th to the 13th. So if anybody is in Los Angeles and would like to hang out, I've got a lot of time to kill. Oh, and the reason why I'm doing this is because the last video that I uploaded was kind of a test with the new remodeled garage, and it turns out that this thing echoes massively because I took out all of the shelves and all the cardboard that sound treated the room. So now the room just sounds like a giant echo chamber. And what is this, CNN? On a serious note, though, a lot has been going on. I won't get into details, but I would like to say it's roughly about $50,000 of debt that might be a concern. We figured out majority of what's happening, and we're getting to a point where life is kind of like slowly easing back into a normal state. My dad had like a mini stroke, and so he's 3/4 blind. He's basically bedridden. And my grandma, which my grandma hit 100 years. She's 100 years old. December 24th is her birthday. I got her ice cream. We enjoyed cookies and cream Baskin and Robbins together. So that was fun. For the very few of you who remember me talking about a cosplay album during KawaiiCon of this year, I was super hyped to get that out within 3 months. That didn't quite happen because life. I'm not superstitious, but I can't ignore it when I see signs of something telling me that I should take a risk on something or push forward with something. One of them being numbers. Why is that going off? Hang on. I heard my fan on that thing like just roll it. Anyways, you probably can't hear it. I started seeing repeating numbers like 333, 444, 000. All of those started like just appearing out of nowhere, whether they be on my phone, like when I check the time, or whether they be on license plates. One time I saw 222, 333, 444, 666, and 888 all in one drive to the mall and back. So it piqued my curiosity. I remember on the 5th, I opened up my phone and it was 5:55 p.m. And I thought, that's kind of interesting. And as I was driving, I looked up and I also saw a license plate. It was like XYZ 555 or something like that. And I was like, wow, what are the odds? So when I got home, I typed in what is it when I see 555, and it says that change is going to happen. And lo and behold, my job tells me that they're not renewing the lease on their location next year. So I'm out of a job. So this is video proof that you found out on the 5th, right?
We did find out Russ was closing.
Got him. I took this as a sign that the universe is telling me that I need to make significant changes to complete the cycle of my evolution, which is interesting because when I was doing my daily vlog at the beginning of this year, I did a cover of this one song that resonated with me called This Year, and the lyric is, I am gonna make it through this year if it kills me. I don't think that that's an understatement that this year nearly killed me. This coming year, I had so many big ideas for like a Grand Slam series, but I just don't feel like doing that anymore. And I feel like I've kind of been having this feeling for a while. It's like I want to create something more than just a stupid TikTok. So when I used to work at Sunglass Hut, I remember reading something. The difference between trends and fashion is that trends are always fleeting, but fashion is forever. I want to create something that will last. I want to create something that won't be forgotten so easily, and I want to create art. But I think somewhere along the line, I kind of lost that sense of direction, and I feel like right in the middle of this year was the turning point to kind of reformat my brain, come back to being an artist, and really pursue something that means something to me, that I can share with the world, that everybody can be like, wow, That's pretty cool. I always tell people whenever you want to start a YouTube channel, make it about something that you could do forever for free and you wouldn't get paid a penny, but you would still be doing it till the day you die. And it took me a while to realize that I was doing it all this time. It's always been photography, at a financial loss no less, because I shoot film. My dad gave me all of his old camera stuff, and I ended up just taking it upon myself to learn how to do it. I just love the idea of finding new and creative ways to capture moments, and I never publicly talk about it. I never post it. I just did it for me. I literally have, look, where is it? This is a 2 terabyte hard drive, and I'd say it's about 95% full. I've taken so many photos. I just realized that it's what I do. I don't have to boast about it. I don't have to tell people about it. I don't have to show it off on Instagram for clout. I just take the photos and they're meant for me. Recently, I talked with one of my friends and she told me, like, Grant, this is something that you should really, you should do something with this. I think I'm ready to turn my photography into a business. I feel a sense of excitement whenever I hold a camera, and I don't really get that excitement anymore from making YouTube videos. What I'm trying to say is that at ALA, if anybody is watching this and would like to support me, you can come to me and I can take photos for you. I haven't really balanced out what it is that I'm gonna charge, but I feel like my photography is at a level of where I'm confident enough in my abilities to say, like, yeah, I spent thousands of hours and thousands of dollars perfecting my craft. This is something that you will get exclusively from me. No other photographer has this style of photos. I'm also gonna bring a ton of film with me. So if you want me to use a roll of film to take your photos, then that I can do that too. All the funding is gonna go to either pay for my trip, and it's gonna go to food because I don't really have a whole lot of money. My job screwed me over because I thought we were gonna work a lot more during the holidays, which we didn't. And so budget-wise, I'm not exactly in the best position to be traveling, but I'm going to make the commitment. I'm going to take the risk because with high risk comes high reward. I will still be posting on YouTube, mostly just cosplay stuff now. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be great because I've decided that I am also going to make something that I'd like to call mini montages throughout the year. And if you would like to further support me, maybe you don't need a photo shoot, but you'd still like to support, I have my Patreon. I've decided that I'm just going to do little photo dumps here and there on my Patreon. I'm also working on a couple of big projects along with finalizing the cosplay album. I have a autobiographical comedic self-help book that I've been working on for the past 5 years. During Christmas, I actually got around to finishing that. So that book is in its first draft, completed. So with that said, I'll see you guys at ALA. Oh shoot, I didn't even explain what to do. So if you want to book me at ALA, go ahead and email me at grantuchida@gmail.com, or the best way to get in contact is direct message me on Instagram because I always check my Instagram. So message me there and we'll discuss rates and photos and all that stuff. And I hope to see all of you there. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year.